Alright, welcome back to Jazzgrass Anime, the only fucking channel on the internet where you can look at dumb visual novels being played by an even dumber person. Let's fucking go. Both Leanne and I stare at Amelia's breasts. They're weirdly shaped and I cannot quite tell how big they are.
Mages will alert the Academy of our proposal.
And then they wouldn't let us go.
Correct.
I suppose that makes sense.
She taps a finger to her chin.
I guess the only other option is to hire a mercenary.
Oh, fuck. No, I have just a person in mind. I lead the two of them to where Zach is sitting.
Hey, Zach.
Oh, fuck. He looks up from his tankard. If he's surprised, he doesn't show it.
I didn't expect to see you so soon.
We were feeling a little bit of separation anxiety. To my surprise, Zach cracks a
I'm
smile.
actually here to do business.
Zach cocks his head slightly because he's like a dog who does that when they're confused.
You have my attention.
We need protection for our newest companion.
Cool. She nods towards Amelia, who merely stares back at Zach. Can I skip through this? Can I just... We already know...
Isn't she?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is
cool,
not-
cool. Yeah, very cool,
Well,
cool,
not
cool.
untrue. I have fulfilled the necessary...
Yeah,
Amelia!
I mean, it's clearly... what? Anyway, what we're trying to ask for... we're trying to... Anyway, what we're trying to ask for is, are you for hire and will you accept the job? Sasuke pauses and takes a long swig from his drink. He looks from me to Liana to Amelia, then pauses again. Finally, he nods.
All right.
Really? That's great. We're headed to Ember Mist.
Zach raises an eyebrow at me.
You found someone who knows the way.
Yep. I point to
Interesting.
Amelia. Alright, now that we have our team, what do we do
There's
now?
no point in beginning our journey.
Fucking...
Good idea.
Fucking... Get...
Oh,
Fucking doing anything, sure. Fuck. These useless... Fucking repeating the same thing 3 fucking times, adding just a little bit more fucking information every time they repeat it. Fuck that shit. I'm actually getting so angry, I'm getting really warm. Starting to sweat. Sounds like fun. Leanna
It
grins,
is.
so we're going
It's
to the
one of my
festival,
favorite
right? Let's fucking go. Jesus Christ. How much fucking nothing? Just dialogue about nothing do you need? We exit the inn. Although the moon has traded places in the sky with the sun, the streets are still bustling with people. Ooh, exciting. Leanna and I followed the crowd until we reached the town square. Colored strings of crystal lights hang from the large cherry trees lining the perimeter of the square. Their lights spill soft rainbows on the smiling faces of the townsfolk. The heavenly aroma of spices and grilled meat entices me towards the festivities. A simple stand is set up on one side of the square where musicians play a jaunty tune. They tap their feet in time to the beat. Wait, hold on, let me try something. What if I do this and then this? No? Okay, that doesn't fix the audio? Guess nothing will. As we pass through the square, giggling girls offer circlets of flowers. Liana happily accepts hers and let the girls place it on her head.
It's so beautiful. Everything looks so different.
Her eyes sparkle and she taps her feet to the rhythm of the music as she watches the pairs of dancers jumping and twirling. For the first time since we've met, Liana's face holds no trace of caution. My eyes are drawn to hers as her smile lights up the entire face. She turns towards me and I quickly look away. I hope she didn't catch me staring.
Would you like to dance?
Ah, crap. I'm up for time for some bumping and grinding. Can you handle my mad b-boy skills? No, actually, let's make safe, and then so we Because we're probably gonna get a disappointing, time for some bumping and grinding. I'm always down to dance. Before she realizes what I'm doing, I swoop her behind her and oh no. Calm down, bitch, I'm dancing. That is where I'm from. The blue orb disappears. She puts her hands on her hips.
Let me show you how we do it here.
She must be so confused. Like, dude, does this motherfucker come from some weird kind of sex world? Like, what? She takes my hands in hers and pulls me to a more secluded area on the dance floor because she's embarrassed to be seen with me.
For this song, we're gonna raise our right hands up like this so they touch.
Okay, cool. She bends her elbow and holds up her arm at eye level, and she moves my arms so it matches hers. I can feel the warmth of her fingers as they brush my own.
Our hands will stay here, and then we use our right foot to step to the right.
As she speaks, she demonstrates the steps.
Then we do the same thing on the left. Left foot left, right foot back, and ball change. Then we step to the right and spin from behind. Come on, try it with me.
Alright. We get into position and Leanna counts off.
5, 6, 7, 8.
First, I step. Oh no. Oh no. Fuck yeah, bitch. Oh, I'm a pro. I'm a fucking pro. Dancing games ain't shit. So silly.
That's it.
That was hardly engaging, don't worry. I'm the fucking best. I like those dance revolution kind of deal because it gives me a chance to smoke. I step to the right and spin from behind. Leanna and I are a step apart. Did we do this right? Are we supposed to be this far apart? Yeah, normally we'd be facing our new partners, and we do the whole thing over again.
And we do the whole thing over again, starting with our left foot. And once that's done, we'll be facing each other again.
Okay, we go through the steps another time, manage to dance it perfectly.
Wow, you're a natural. Are you sure you've never done this before?
Her warm grin is infectious, and I find myself grinning just as broadly. Yeah, that's a beautiful grin. Seriously, all you had to do was erase the mouth, or even just select the mouth, turn it upside down, you would have been done. It's because I had a great teacher. Her cheeks flush, and she's about to reply. Our gazes meet. Leanna's breath catches in her throat, and she seems to forget what she's about to say. For a second, I forget about the crowds of people around us. All I can see is her. Then someone jostles us, and we quickly look away. What just happened here? I catch her glancing at me. She smiles shyly.
So, do you think you're ready to join the rest of the dancers?
I'm game if you are. I hold out my hand, and she accepts it with that same coy smile, and then I lead her out to the dance floor. We dance late into the night until our feet ache and our throats grow hoarse from laughing. The party is still going strong as Leanne and I return to the inn and head to our separate rooms. I haven't had that much fun in ages. As I fall onto my bed, I enter a dreamland with an immense smile on my face. What are we dreaming about, eh? There's music again, boys. There's music again. After the scene where it would have been relevant, there's music again. Of course it had to wait until it was no longer relevant. The next morning, we regrouped downstairs at the inn as planned.
Is everyone now prepared to begin our journey?
No, we're not.
Then let us depart.
Hey, I said I wasn't ready. I have to use the bathroom. She leads the way out of the inn and back into the quiet city. Remnants of last night's festival litter the ground in a series of petals and general debris. The clean-out detail is hard at work. They wear thick gloves as they heartedly remove the decorations and debris. I wonder how long have they been working on this. The festivities continue even after I threw in my hat and went to bed. Leanna and I share a glance and she smiles. We follow Amelia through the twists and turns of the city. Where exactly are we going now?
To the Crystal Rail Station.
Crystal Rail sounds like it might be a train. Leanna speaks up before I can even ask.
Where are we taking the crystal rail to?
Bazada.
She looks up in surprise.
Ember Mist is in Bazada?
They say you can find anything there.
She shoots Sasuke a look in which he returns with his usual stony gaze. What's so surprising about Bazada?
It's just closer than I expected.
No, Ember Mist is not within Bazada, but Bazada is the closest station to the location of Ember Mist.
Leanna still seems skeptical, but doesn't push it. I guess we'll find out whether or not Amelia is right. We continue the rest of our way in silence. After a few minutes, we arrive at the station. The setup is a simpler version of our train stations back home. The ticket booth is right across from the entrance. While they sort out retrieving tickets, I look around. Vendors selling food and trinkets line the perimeter of the enclosed space. The building is mostly empty at this time of
We must
morning.
hurry if we wish to catch the next crystal rail. It is nearing the platform.
Once we get our tickets, we rush down a back hallway which opens up to the platform. Arriving onto the platform is a sleek bullet train, porcelain white with windows dotting the sides. My jaws drop as I watch it hover over the tracks. A pair of long crystal rows run along the bottom of the train with identical crystal rows lining the track. It's not that big a deal, it's a train. Obviously the crystals below have to do with keeping the train up. But otherwise, I bet it's just like a normal train. Leanna glances back at me and fails to hide her giggle. What is it?
Nothing. It's just, you two are making the same face right now.
Glance over at Zack, who looks back at me. We both have our arms crossed and an unimpressed look on our faces. Sasuke nods at me, in which I return. He gets it. Bango eyes the crystals on the train, his mouth open in anticipation. Leanna notices and snatches him up. He wriggles at first, but after she gives him a few pats on the head, he calms down and grins at her. We are about to board the train when the attendant stops
Sorry,
us.
pongas are not allowed due to equipment which are sensitive to energy absorption.
Oh,
Wait, really? You gotta ditch my little boy?
I'm sorry, my friend, but I think this is where we say goodbye.
He blinks back at her in confusion, a worried smile on his face.
Hi?
Leanna's lip trembles.
I'm sorry.
She gives him a final hug, then sets him down on the ground. Then, glassy eyes full of tears, she rushes into the train. The Pango blinks. Amelia cocks her head to the side and looks at it. The Pango mimics her.
I have not known you long.
She nods and then hops onto the train. Zack looks at the Pango and instinctively his hands protects his guns.
Try not to eat anyone else's weapon.
The Pango blinks at Zack, retreating form. Finally, it's my turn. I'll miss you. I didn't expect this to be so difficult. He cocks his head to the side and tries again. Sorry, little buddy, but this is as far as we can go together. He tries to hop onto my shoulder as he's done so many times in the past, but I don't let him. Sorry, but you have to stay here. Ah, shit, dude, that's too sad. We left him behind. While other people board the train and join the rest of my group, Leanna tries to control her sniffles while Amelia looks down at her feet. Sasuke acts as his usual self, or acts as casual as always, but the nod he gives me feels lackluster. We're all feeling the loss of our Pango. He was my first friend when I came to this world. After we've had a moment to compose ourselves, we search for our train cabin. We pass through a few cars before we finally find our cabin towards the end of the train. Amelia slides open the door and then shuts it immediately.
Impossible.
What's going on? Right? Yeah. Yeah, but
Pongo!
Leanna squeals excitedly, then scoops him back up into a big hug. We all file into the cabin after her, shut the door before anyone notices the Pango. When Leanna notices our stare, she clears her throat and sets him back
But
down.
how did you get in here?
Seriously, weren't you just outside a second ago? How'd you get in here and find our cabin before we did?
Impossible.
Impossible indeed, Amelia. I think the Pango broke her. Sasuke has him faced as always, plops down to one of the seats, leans back, and
Some things just
masturbates
can't be
furiously.
explained.
With how often the Pango seems to disappear and reappear unexpectedly, you think we'd be used by it by now. I'll take a seat as well, and the Pango hops into my lap. Leanna pouts as the Pango moves away from her. Amelia seems to have recomposed herself and also takes a seat. Not much later, I feel the jerk of the train departing and I hear the calming hum of the engine. Both Leanna and Amelia stare out of the window. Zack has his head down and his arms crossed. I think he may be asleep, but it's hard to tell, remembering how I found him at the campsite. But my eyes feel droopy too, and I fall asleep. We went out all night, blah blah blah. When I wake and everyone is awake too. A nice little sunset. How long was I asleep for? Leanna glances at me.
Just a few hours.
Just a few hours. Are we almost there?
No. We will not arrive before tomorrow.
Tomorrow, eh?
Yes.
Yeesh, what am I gonna do with all this spare time? I automatically reach into my pocket to pull out my phone, forgetting for a second that it doesn't fucking work. Shit. But then my hand closes in on something equally good. I pull out my deck of cards, lay them out on the table. Leanna cranes her neck to see
What do you have there?
my cards. I cut the deck and shuffled it. Want to play something? There's enough people that we can play cheat.
How do you play that?
It's easy. Each round you will pull a card from your hand face down on the center of the table, and you say what card it is, like this. I put one card down as an example, one king. Then everyone else at the table can decide whether or not I'm telling the truth. If you think I'm lying, you call out cheater, and I'll have to reveal the card. If I was lying, then I take all the cards in the pile. If I was telling the truth, then whoever accused me takes all the cards in the pile, and the next person starts a new round. You win by having no cards in your hand.
Sounds like fun.
Amelia looks thoughtful.
Although I have not partaken.
I glance at Zack. You in, buddy? He shakes his head.
I'll pass.
No. That's not how this works, motherfucker. Leanna frowns.
Why not? I know that mercenaries love card games. And it's not like there's much else to do while we wait.
This is boring. This game is boring. But I know it's just because I'm at the start and there's gonna be more action later on, but I'm bored. I want to go eat something because I'm a little hangry. Well, hangry? Yeah, I guess you could say that. Fuck this shit. Fuck all you guys. I'll see you after I've eaten my fucking dinner. Cause man, I gotta be honest. This game is it's even getting boring for me. Think about that. Like, holy shit. So I don't know how I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna keep going. I think I will. I mean, there's gotta be some action sometime. I don't know, like every fun scene so far has been a black screen. Like for example, that dancing scene would have been cool if they at least like made like a little panel for that to show up. But every time it gets mildly interesting. Like the only thing I've been looking at so far has been just basic scenery, and then just their sprites, which is cool. But like I don't know. I feel like maybe because it's probably because of the many different routes or the many different choices. But fuck me, man. It's kind of like looking at a wall that changes color from time to time. So yeah, man. I'll see you later, assholes. Bye.